In the beginning of the movie, we see that Dr. Oppenheimer is being investigated by the Atomic Energy Commission, which is also known as AIC. They want to see if he should be given security clearance by America or not. On the other hand, we see Louis Strauss, where the decision is also to be made whether he should become the commercial secretary of America or not. The Atomic Energy Commission asks why he left Germany to complete his education. Finding out this, we go into a flashback and see that Oppenheimer was always curious about physics and the universe. During a lab test, a beaker breaks, which makes their teacher angry. The teacher questions whether Oppenheimer's mind is even in the lab. Oppenheimer has to attend a lecture conducted by Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr was a famous physicist, and in his lectures, all the students quickly leave, leaving Oppenheimer alone in the lab. Oppenheimer leaves a poison apple for his teacher, saying it has been lab tested. Seeing this, Niels Bohr suggests that they go to Germany to study physics. Dr. Oppen is giving a lecture where he meets an American scientist. Later, they meet again on a train, both heading to Germany. They had to attend a lecture by a German scientist. Upon reaching Germany, they attend Heisenberg's lecture, where they have a small conversation with him. Oppen wants to teach quantum mechanics to the children in America. Then they start teaching quantum physics to the children in America. Initially, only one student attends their class, but over time, more and more children come to learn quantum physics there. One day, Oppen is discussing communism in his own class, but his real motive is something else. Oppen attends a party where people with communist thinking gather. He came with his brother, who fully supports the Communist Party. But Oppen himself does not admit to supporting the Communist Party, saying that he doesn't support the party, but also doesn't consider himself a big supporter of the Communist Party. At this party, Oppen meets a girl named Jean. In the next scene, both of them are at Oppen's house, and Jean notices a Bhagavad Gita book. Opening it, she hands Oppen a page to read, where it says, "No, I have become Death Destroyer of Worlds."
Destroyer of worlds.
In the next scene, we see two scientists running with a newspaper in their hands, where it was printed that a German scientist has discovered something about atoms. They can split the atom and create nuclear fusion from that substance. Oppen was also working on this theory, but he couldn't solve the story yet, which another German scientist had already solved. When Oppen sees this theory, he says that using this theory, they can make a dangerous bomb, and Oppen has been working on his theory so far, and September 1st, 1939, arrives. On that day, it is published in the newspaper that Hitler has attacked Poland, and Hitler is dropping big bombs on Poland. Seeing this, Oppenheimer starts worrying about America. In the next scene, during a party, Oppen meets a biologist named Kitty, who says that after marriage, she has become just a housewife, and continuing her conversation, she asks if Oppen can teach her quantum physics. Then Oppen starts explaining quantum mechanics to Kitty. After this, Kitty divorces her first husband in November and also marries Oppen on the same day, and with this, Oppen also breaks up with his first girlfriend, Jean. In the next scene, we see Oppen once again planning a protest against the government with students in college. When Ardaist finds out about this, he gets angry at Oppen. He had already advised Oppen against bringing politics into the class before. Ardaist tells Oppen that if he continues to support the Communist Party and go against the government in this manner, the government will remove him from upcoming projects, and furthermore, the government is keeping an eye on Oppen. Upon hearing this, Oppen agrees and decides to distance himself from the Communist Party. In the next scene, the timeline jumps 1 year ahead, and Oppen returns home after a year. When he returns home, his child is already a year old. As soon as Oppen reaches home, Kitty gets angry with him because even after marrying Oppen, she was still expected to be just a housewife, just like in her previous marriage. Here, we see that Kitty's child is crying in the background, but she seems unaffected. Then the timeline jumps again, and the next day, America's Army General Leslie Group comes to meet Oppen, asking him to lead the Manhattan Project. The Manhattan Project is the one where they have to build an atomic bomb. At first, Oppen refuses, but the group tells him that Russia and Germany might have already developed the atomic bomb, and now America urgently needs one too. Upon hearing this, Oppen agrees to lead the project and make the bomb. He selects an empty place in New Mexico by himself, and there, he suggests building a fake city because scientists from America and around the world will come there with their families, and since these scientists will be with their families, they'll be more dedicated to their work. Upon hearing this, the Army General Group agrees, and within a week, they prepare a new city at the barren place. This city is named Los Alamos. After this, Oppen gathers many scientists from different universities. All the scientists arrive with their families in this new city, and work on the Manhattan Project begins. As the work on this project progresses, several theories emerge, and one scientist named Teller presents a possibility that if a nuclear bomb were to explode, it would trigger a chain reaction that wouldn't stop. There would be one explosion after another, and the entire world would be engulfed in flames. When Open sees this theory, he becomes quite confused and decides to seek advice, so he goes to Albert Einstein. Even Albert Einstein finds these calculations quite plausible to a considerable extent. Albert Einstein advises Open to further investigate this theory, and if it turns out to be true, to immediately halt the project. But once again, Open goes to Chicago where some scientists are already working on this theory. Talking to these scientists, Open learns that they have already tested this theory on a small scale and that the problem of chain reaction does not arise. But Open had left Los Alamos by then. The Army General Group gets to know about this, and they get furious with Open. Seeing the anger of the Army General, one scientist decides to leave the Manhattan Project. Upon this, the Army General warns that if anyone dares to speak about this project outside, they would be silenced even before the scientists could do so. Moving forward, Open requests the group to grant him security clearance so that he can freely move without any restrictions. Because Open's brother had always been a communist, and Open's girlfriend used to support communism too, so Open also faced trouble with the story. Once he got security clearance, things would have become much easier for him. Anyway, after this, we see that Open finally gets security clearance, and now they focus again on making the bomb, but they were having difficulty gathering uranium and plutonium. They couldn't gather even 1% of the uranium they needed for the bomb in a whole month. After this, Open goes to meet his old girlfriend Jean again, and the group finds out about it. Because Jean was a girl with communist beliefs, the group understands that as long as he is working on this project, he should never meet Jean again. Some days pass, and Open is working on his project. Suddenly, Open receives a suicide note from Jean, stating that she has committed suicide. This shatters Open completely. He suspects that he met Jean just a few days ago, and she was a girl with communist beliefs. She didn't commit suicide, she was murdered. Anyway, some more days pass, and Open overcomes this. Meanwhile, the atomic bomb hasn't even been made yet when a guy named Teller starts talking about making a hydrogen bomb. And the power of the hydrogen bomb can be estimated from the fact that while the atomic bomb took the lives of millions in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a hydrogen bomb could cause 1,000 times more destruction. April comes, and they come to know that Hitler has committed suicide in his bunker. Upon this news, all the scientists start discussing stopping the Manhattan Project, because after Hitler's death, Germany will surrender. And they were making the bomb so that they could attack Germany with it. But Open's argument was that we should continue making the bomb, and the power of this bomb should be demonstrated to the whole world so that no country dares to stand against America in the future. In the next scene, we see that work on the bomb has resumed, and there is some testing going on. The Army General Groove is also present there. Groove tells Open that the final version of the bomb should be ready by July. We see a meeting where the Army General Group, Open, and some scientists are meeting with the American President's secretary. During this meeting, they discuss that while Germany has surrendered, Japan is still fighting against America. So, to show the world their strength, they decide to drop the bomb on Japan. The American President's secretary mentions that they have a list of 11 cities in Japan where they can drop the bomb. The final decision is made to use the bomb twice, first on Hiroshima and then on Nagasaki in Japan. The scene cuts to July 15th, and the final version of the bomb is ready. On the day of the testing, a storm arrives, causing a slight delay in the testing. The next morning, the testing of the bomb takes place. When Open sees the true power of the bomb, he repeats the words from the Gita, "No, I have become death, destroyer of worlds," which means I have become death, the destroyer of worlds. After the successful testing of the bomb, all the soldiers and scientists are happy that their years of hard work have paid off. Following this, Open creates 2 more bombs within the next 15 days. Named Fat Man and Little Boy, these bombs are dropped on Japan on August 6th and 9th, respectively, resulting in the loss of hundreds of thousands of lives within minutes. However, Open is consumed by guilt afterward, reflecting on how he has taken the lives of so many people on Earth. While everyone else is celebrating, Open imagines the suffering of the Japanese people and feels haunted by the scenes of death wherever he goes. After this, Open is honored with the title Father of the Atomic Bomb and is hailed as a hero in America. In the next scene, we see Open at the White House, conversing with the American president. The president believes that the work of making atomic bombs should continue, but Open disagrees, stating that making the bomb was a mistake and he refuses to make any more. The president argues that the blood is not on Open's hands, as he only made the bomb, but it is the president who ordered its use. However, Open still refuses to make more bombs, angering the president, who sends him away. Later, Luis, another character, asks Open to make bombs, but Open refuses again. This angers Luis, who, in retaliation, informs the FBI about Open's communist beliefs and abuses his power to revoke Open's security clearance. When it becomes known that Open is a communist, People suspect that he may have leaked atomic bomb theories to Russia and Germany, leading to an investigation by the Atomic Commission. However, after some time, a scientist named David, who worked with Luis, informs the FBI that Luis spread false rumors and wants revenge on Open, leading to the halt of the investigation against Open, and with that, the movie ends. Thank you for watching.